What up, everybody? It's your boy Asian. We're back once again. Yes, week 9 of college football is here. Yes, it is here, baby. Last week, a great record for me, 9-1. The only one that got me was the USC game. I should have went with Utah, but hey, it happens. I thought Caleb Williams and company would be able to bounce back and get a victory, but they lost second in a row. It's 0-3 against Utah, but hey, puts my overall record to 46-10. So we're off to a good start, man. I bet a lot of games. So far, so good, Can't be perfect, but hey, let's jump into this week. This, by far, is the hardest week of the season this has been for me. This week's slate was not the greatest, but I just tried to pull something out the bag, so we got a light slate here today, guys. So let me give you what I got. Now, these odds are brought to you by MGM. They could change. You could go on FanDuel, get what you got, but this is what I got when I put the bets in. You got 1-6 UConn traveling to Boston College. Yes, Boston College 4-3, which is crazy. They're -14. I'm taking Boston College -14. They have a stud guy that nobody talks about in the ACC, Thomas Castellanos, the quarterback for Boston College, over 1,300 passing yards, 10 touchdowns, also on the ground, leads the team in rushing over 600 yards and 9 scores. He's a dual threat, one of the best guys in the ACC, and he's having a great year in company for the Boston College Eagles, and on a 3-game win streak. So they'll continue that today. All right, let's jump to the second game. The number 1 Georgia Bulldogs, still undefeated with no Brock Bowers, -14.5 against Florida in the world's largest cocktail party in Jacksonville, Florida. Yes, where the Jacksonville Jaguars play. I'm going to go on a limb here, and I'm going to give me Florida with a +14.5. I just don't know what to get from Georgia without Brock Bowers. He's been the guy who they're going to, especially late in that Auburn game. Now, if Georgia wins, I won't be surprised. I think they probably will, but Florida's going to keep this one close. This is a rivalry game. Graham Mertz has had a resurgence season so far. It's just, what are you going to get from Florida's run game? They've been inconsistent. In their losses, they're averaging 41 rush yards per game, so if they can be consistent on the ground. I know they haven't beat some of the best teams in the SEC, like beat Vanderbilt, they beat South Carolina. But Billy Napier seems to get this program turned around. They've won 5 or 6 after losing the opener to Utah, and they got to defend Georgia's offense, man. Georgia's passing as a passing team this year. I know running game is not as strong. They're 3rd in total yards per game, 5th in passing yards per game, 7th in points per game with over 40 points per game. So this offense has been very good this year. I think Carson Beck will continue that, but Florida will cover this spread. All right, just jump down to the third game. I've had to do a lot of research with this game. This is the MAC special of the week. Yes. Miami of Ohio, 6-2, travels to Ohio, 6-2. Ohio is -7.5. With the if Brett Gabbert was playing, brother of former Missouri quarterback Blaine Gabbert, if he was playing, I would take Miami of Ohio. With that being said, he broke his leg last week, so it was a big loss for them. Curtis O'Rourke and Ohio are playing at home. I believe they will get this done in Athens, Ohio. They had a tough one against Western last week. I believe they'll be able to set it up and get this victory. All right. Now let's jump to my next game. Let's go to the next game, ladies and gentlemen. Number 8, Oregon Ducks travel on the road to place the Utah Utes. 6-1 both teams. Oregon's coming in favored, 6.5 points. That's a lot of points, almost a touchdown. If Oregon's this good, I believe they can cover because they have the offensive firepower. Not only do they have the offensive firepower, but their defense is good as well. They will pound the rock with Bucky Irvin and company. This is not your typical flash and dash Oregon Ducks team. Bo Nix has been phenomenal this year. Oregon's off a bye week. I know Utah's Bryson Barnes, former walk-on, former pig farmer. They talked about. Kyle Willingham said in a statement. Key to the stat, though, is Utah's 18 straight wins at home, 18 out of the last 19. But just because this is a 3:30 game Eastern time, I believe Oregon can pull this one off. If it was at night, I'd be definitely worried. But I think if Oregon proves they have the shot to win the Pac-12 and get to the college football playoff, they got to beat Bryson Barnes. Bo Nix is just better than him. I'm taking the better player, quarterback, and a better overall team, even though Utah plays hard. But give me the Ducks in a close one. All right, let's jump to this next game. This is one I'm very afraid about. Number 21, Tennessee, 5-2, travels to Kentucky. Tennessee's -3.5. I went back and forth with this game, but I'm going with the Kentucky Wildcats +3.5. I know Devin Leary hasn't been great. Joe Milton hasn't been great either. They had a good first half against Bama, but neither of these teams can run. And Tennessee loves to run the ball, but Kentucky is just as good at stopping the run. They got to snap this 2-game losing streak. I believe Tennessee's on to it on the road this year. Give me the Wildcats. They're gonna get it done in Kroger Field. All right, now let's jump to Ohio. Number 3, Ohio State Buckeyes, 7-0, travel to Wisconsin, 5-2. Wisconsin's coming off a miracle win against Illinois. Braden Locke was taking over at quarterback a few games ago for a hurt Tanner Mordecai. Ohio State offense hasn't been able to get it going really. I'm gonna take Ohio State to win the game. I was gonna do the points, but I'm changing to Ohio State to win money line. That's a lot of points for Ohio State to win by, especially going into Camp Randall. And their offense hasn't been sexy this year, so I don't see them blowing them out. But they should be good. They're getting healthy. They're getting Emeka Egbuka back, Denzel Burke, the cornerback, back, and also Travion Henderson is expected to play. So they're getting healthy. Defense is playing on fire. Jim Knowles is doing a great job in his third year, and they look ready to go. And it's looking like this showdown in Michigan, Ohio State is getting ever closer. Now, let's jump to my last game of the day, and that is number 11 Oregon State in the nightcap travels to Arizona to play the Arizona Wildcats. Arizona's playing well. The Fighting Jet Fishers have been playing some good wins. They blew out Washington State 44-6. Oregon State's in a tough position right now. They're getting 3. I don't like that spread. I'm taking Arizona with the +3 to get the upset into capture this victory. Now, that is my games for the week, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, there were some games on the board I was looking at. You got ranked Duke traveling to Louisville. But I don't know the status of Riley Leonard. There's a lot of games this week that's just very up in the air. So I wanted to play a little more safe this week, and we'll see how it goes. Now, next week I'm going to be confident, and we'll talk about that later in the week. But those are my picks for the week, man. Everybody have a great college football Saturday. It's going to be a great one. Hey, man, it's your boy Adrian, and I'm out.